The funny thing about podcasts is everybody has a freaking podcast these days. And it's like the barrier to entry for podcasts is so low because you can get really good, cheap microphones. And trust me, because I do photo video for a living, like microphones have gotten so cheap. Everybody can afford one, which is like really cool, but also really annoying because now everybody has a goddamn podcast. The cashier at Trader Joe's, they have a podcast. Your brain dead, mouth breathing coworker, they have a podcast. It's like everywhere you go, listen to my podcast, subscribe, listen to my podcast. Like Jesus, not everybody needs a podcast. And with that, welcome to episode 2 of my podcast. So in this episode, this episode is probably going to be mostly for athletic trainers. I want to talk about the EATA, and that's next Saturday. My friend Paige texted me the other day and was like, "Hey, am I going to see you next weekend?" And I was like, "Is that next weekend?" And I looked at my calendar, and it's next weekend. And I'm like, "Holy Jesus!" It's like the second that Halloween is over, the rest of the year, the next 2 months, like that, gone instantly. It's like Halloween, October 31st, and then it's January 1st. Like that part of the year goes by so fast every year. It's crazy. Anyway, if you're going to the EATA convention in Boston on I'm going to be there January 10th with Nexus Sports Medicine. So if you're going to be there at the convention, come by the Nexus Sports Medicine booth. Come say hi. I'll be there all day. Come take a picture with me. If you want to bring me an energy drink, I will not be opposed. I will absolutely drink your energy drink if you bring it to me. Shout out to Rachel. Last year brought me an energy drink in Philly. Really cool. Super cool. I met some really cool people last year in Philly at the EATA with Nexus. I met let me think. Hold on. I know these names. Grace, Angela, Rachel. I met a couple cool people from Montclair State Athletic Training. You just meet so many cool people at these conventions. I really enjoy working conventions, and luckily with my current job, I do have the opportunity to go to some conventions. I did the Miami Marathon Expo 2 years in a row. I did the Arnold Sports Festival last year. Unfortunately, I did have to leave early, so that was not fun. I did have fun in the 24 hours I was there. I met Jocko Willink. If you guys don't know Jocko, super cool. Love that guy. And I worked the EATA in Philly last year with Nexus, like I said. And then in 2026, January 10th, I will be in Boston for the EATA convention at that booth. I am planning on going to the NATA convention this year, 2026, in Philly. I don't know if I'm going with Nexus, but if Nexus, Jay, everybody in Nexus, if you need me, let me know. But let me know sooner than later because I want to make the arrangements. If I'm not going to go and work with a booth for NATA, I'm probably just going to go and party with the athletic trainers at night, and because I live close enough. I'm an hour and 15, hour 20 from Philly, where I live in New Jersey, so like that's an easy, I'll go pregame with some people, go out, party, mingle, and then I could probably crash in someone's hotel room maybe, or I could just drive home. It's really not that far. But anyway, yeah, so if you're going to go to EATA this January 10th, I'll be there. Come say hi. What else? Okay, so I think it was last week, 2 weeks ago, the NATA account on Instagram, and I guess on all of their channels, put out this statement where I was like, I was talking about a very specific instance, but they were talking the way they worded the whole statement. I'm like, are you guys talking to the athletic trainers? Because that wasn't us. Basically, what happened was there was an athletic trainer. Um, she was taking care of an athlete on the sideline in a squatted position, and the person behind the camera, it was a national broadcast. It was not. It was on TV. Naturally the game is stopped. They're on the bench. All the players are on the bench. The athletic trainers squatted down in front of the bench, talking to one of the athletes who apparently got injured. The cameraman pans over to the bench, catches the girl in the squat position, and some freaking weirdo gooners on the internet took a screenshot of it. Went super viral. And I'm pretty sure the girl had to delete all of her social media. Like, she was getting really just harassed on the internet because she got caught in a position, which, I mean, shouldn't be compromising. It's not like she was wearing anything weird either. She was just wearing pants. She was a medical professional at a basketball game, and she was wearing pants and a shirt. It wasn't anything weird. It wasn't anything revealing, but obviously the internet is filled with weirdos and creeps, and they screenshotted it, went viral, and this poor girl had to, is probably still dealing with the consequences. And I mean, I hate to say consequences, maybe repercussions. Consequences, I feel like, has makes it seem like it was her fault, and it wasn't. She was just doing her job. So anyway, the NATA put out this statement, and it was like, "Hey, we're going to stand by this athletic trainer." The basic message was, and I get this because I have a brain. The basic message was, we stand by this athletic trainer. It's unacceptable for people to do this, and we have to do better. But the wording that the NATA used in this statement was like kind of like pointing the finger. I felt like it was pointing the fingers at the athletic trainers, like the athletic trainers did this weird stuff to her, and it kind of felt like they were telling the athletic trainers that we had to do better. But that wasn't us. And then the other thing with that statement is, they posted it maybe a week or 2 weeks after that all happened. So in internet time, that's like a year, 2 years. Like, if you let a week go by on the internet without making a statement, you might as well not. And then the other thing on top of that is, the NATA's audience is not the people that were making all the weird comments. So them posting that is essentially, like I said, useless, because the people that were being weird never going to see it. You posted it so far out that it's like, I mean, to the athletic training community, like to us, we get it. We get what you're saying. It just sounded weird, and it was like too little too late at that point. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, I get it. The athletic trainers get it, but I don't know. Maybe next time just don't even say anything, because I don't know. I just felt like it was like targeting athletic trainers and making it out like we were the ones that were being weird. Like, we as athletic trainers don't need to do better. Sure, we can advocate for ourselves and whatever, but we as the athletic trainers in that instance are not the ones that need to do better. But also, like, you can't get caught on the internet. It's like crazy. The second you have some sort of thing happen to you on the internet, it's like the whole internet knows. And whether it's your fault or not, like I said, this girl was just doing her job, and she just got got by the internet gooners, man. I feel bad. So hopefully she's doing well, and hopefully, she's done getting harassed or whatever, because you guys are weird, man. You guys out there on the internet, so weird. Just fucking leave the girl alone. Got to make everything so weird. Yeah, so that there's that. How do you guys feel about the BOC? The deadline got moved to February 2nd, I think. That's a Tuesday, a random Tuesday. I'm a huge procrastinator, so I have maybe 2 CEUs done. I have to do my CEUs for continuing education 360. They are. Oh, I do have an affiliate link for them, an affiliate code. Sorry, it's Dre10. You type that into continuingeducation.com's website. You get 10% off your CEUs. You get your books in the mail, and then you do the quizzes. You get PDFs as an email with your order confirmation. The quizzes are PDFs. You answer them, you send them in, you get your CEUs. It's really easy. It's really easy. I think they're fairly priced too, but if you use my code, you'll get a discount. Um, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, it's really nice that you do get the extension. For somebody like me that does procrastinate, but for the people, I know some athletic trainers that are like the second they're submitted, they're already getting started on the next cycle's CEUs, and I'm like, dude, you have a whole 2 years after you submit that. Like, take a break, chill a little bit. Um, but yeah, that's pretty cool of them. I know they're also doing something now where the CEUs, you either have the legacy way to do it, which is just do your CEUs, submit them, pay the fee, and then submit your first aid stuff. And then they have this new thing, and the only thing I can remember from the description was like learn your own way or something, get your CEUs your own way or whatever. If anybody knows what that's about and can give me some clarification, let me know. So that's pretty cool. The BOC deadline got moved. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else. I don't really have anything else in terms of athletic training. I've been getting a lot of people reach out and tell me like, "Hey, I really like your content. Like, I appreciate you. You're making me laugh." Athletic training is kind of it's a selfless, thankless job sometimes, and the content I'm making is to make you guys laugh, and I appreciate you guys reaching out telling me you like my content because it just keeps me going. And I will admit that I have gotten a little bit tired of making the athletic training content, but I'm not going to stop because I'm doing it for you guys. It's not for me. Like, I have affiliate codes and whatever, but I like literally make pennies from it. So, me making athletic training content for you guys is just from honestly the bottom of my heart because I don't work in athletic training anymore proper. Like, I'm a per diem athletic trainer these days. I work full time as a photographer, videographer. So me creating content for you guys is just purely for the love of the game. I want to make you guys laugh. I want to make you feel good. Um, so me making the content is for you guys. It's not for me because, like I said, I make pennies. Like, if you use my affiliate links, thank you. I appreciate it. But like content creation. As an athletic trainer, in my experience at least, is it's fun because you get to connect with a lot of people you normally wouldn't meet. Like, I have so many friends from across the country, uh, even the world now that I have met through making funny, silly, little stupid TikTok videos, Instagram reels about athletic training and the stuff we go through and the laughs and the silly things and the annoying things. And I've met so many cool people through social media because of that. So, that is one thing I really do enjoy is like I've met so many cool people that I talk to on a daily basis. Most of them are uh, I mean, the people I talk to are really cool. I've met some people who are just old, crotchety. They don't understand like athletic training. Like, they think athletic training and social media have no place, and they're like, just shut up and tape ankles because I've been doing it for 30, 40 years. Like, just do your time and get out like that. And for those people, I'm sorry that you feel that way. I'm sorry that you're so jaded, like the profession has treated you poorly. But at the end of the day, you knew what you were getting into, and don't forget about the people that you did it for in the beginning and you're still doing it for, is the athletes. And they're the ones that we get into this for. It's very cliche to say, but athletic training, like I said earlier, is most of the time thankless. But when you get that one kid that comes to you at the end of the year, maybe you treated him for, I mean, I've had kids, like, you give them a Band-Aid and they're like, they come to you at the end of the school year and they're like, hey, like, thanks for that Band-Aid. Like, it was really cool. I was kind of nervous to come in here, but the nurse was gone. It was after school. I didn't know, like, where to get a Band-Aid. It's so funny because, like, sometimes that's all it takes. And then sometimes you're with a kid for months, like, rehabbing an ACL. They're like post-op and they're in your athletic training room after school. And sometimes they're at a PT and then sometimes they're at both. And when you're with those kids day in and day out, you get to know them so well. You get to know their mannerisms, how they act. And those are the kids that you really do it for, because, like, it might just be a knee injury, but it could be a career ending knee injury. And, you know, even if you're doing your rehab with them and they may not come back, it's still really important that we're there for them, because especially if you get a high school kid or a middle school kid, like, we're not teachers. Like, we do teach some things, uh, but you being there for them is, so important, because sometimes they're just so sad and depressed about what happened, and it's up to us to really make them feel better. Like, we're not only helping them get better physically, but we're helping them stay mentally strong. And when I say mentally strong, that doesn't mean like no crying in the athletic training room. It means that you're there to support them when they're at their weakest and lowest points. And those are the kids that you should be thinking about when you're having a bad day. And like I said, for some athletic trainers that have been in the game for 20, 30 years, like, I understand where you're coming from, but just think about those kids that you've helped, and you may forget about them for a split second when you're having a bad day, but just keep thinking about them, because that's why we're in it. That's why we're in the game, man. We're in the game to help people. And yeah, don't let obviously the bad days, there have been bad days in my career as an athletic trainer, but you just got to go home and think about all the people you've helped, and think about you helping them. You know, is such a big part. It might only be, like I said, a Band-Aid, but it could be a couple months of rehab. But that time with them that you help them is going to live with them for the rest of their lives and the rest of your life. So a couple bad days, sure, here and there, but at the end of the day, you're helping people, you know? So that's the name of the game. Um, so yeah, where was I going with that? Yeah, if you're in a bad mood, if you're having a bad day as an athletic trainer, just think about one kid that you helped. Think about one kid that came back at the end of the year. Think about one kid that you helped. Think about one kid that came back to you at the end of the year to say thank you. You know, and hopefully that cheers you up a little bit, and hopefully my content cheers you up, because that's why I do it. I do it for the athletic trainers, like I said, and I've been making content for athletes too. Some videos have gone viral, some videos have gone super viral, but it kind of seems, I mean, at this point in my content creation career, for athletic training content at least, it just seems so repetitive. I feel like I've done everything. And I've been trying to think of new ways to revamp, rebrand my content. And I'm really thinking about teaching more. I just, I love teaching. Like I've had athletic training students, um, and I've zoomed into athletic training classes at colleges and talked about like my experience and stuff. And I love that. And I love interacting with the athletic training students. So I think I'm going to try teaching, but I want to do it in a way that's fun and doesn't feel like, all right, I got to make this whole thing. I got to make a lesson plan. I don't want it to feel boring for me. And I'm still trying to figure out the way that I can do that. And I don't want to just make like half-ass teaching content like this is the anatomy of a knee. I gotta figure out how to put the Dre spin, the Dre flavor, the Dre branding on it. And once I figure that out, I will start posting more of the educational content. And if you guys have any ideas, let me know. Because I don't want it to feel like I don't want it to feel forced either. Because I mean, when you post on social media, people can see. I mean, most people can see who you are, and if you're being fake and whatever, like people can see through that. I mean, I hope most people can see through that. I can definitely see it. The second someone starts posting fake stuff, I'm like, I don't know, man. So yeah, I don't want it to feel forced, and I don't want it to feel fake. But once I do figure that out, I will start posting more of that content. But in the meantime, I really I I know I made fun of the podcasting industry in the beginning of this video, but I do really enjoy just yapping and talking to people. So this is a solo episode. It's just me, but I want to get more people to zoom in and we can chat. We can have a discussion. We can debate. We can have a good time. We can laugh. I'll have a drink over Zoom. If you want to have a drink with me over Zoom, we can, pop open a cold one or pour a little bit of bourbon out, some tequila, and we can just chat. And it doesn't even have to be athletic training. If I'm going to continue this podcast thing, I don't think I can sustain an athletic training podcast. I feel like the topics are so finite unless like a pro athlete, huge pro athlete gets injured and yes, you'll have something to talk about for an episode. But then what's going to happen? I'm going to hope every weekend a major athlete gets hurt because it's kind of messed up in my opinion. So if I'm going to continue the podcast, yes, I will make athletic training centered episodes, but I also just want to chat. I just want to chat with people, because I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to Morbid. I listen to Two Girls, One Ghost. I listen to The Basement Yard, and I want it to feel, when I listen to them, I feel like I'm hanging out with the hosts, right? I feel like I'm just chatting. I'm laughing with them. I'm listening to their stories, and they're always so interesting. And I mean, aside from the Basement Yard, who I love, Frank and Joe, and they just have such a good time, man. And it just really feels like you're hanging out with them and you're just laughing. That's what I want my podcast to feel like. So whatever that entails, I'll take it episode by episode. I would love to try to put one of these out once a week, and maybe you guys can put it on in your downtime, on your drives to work, in the athletic training room. I'll try not to cuss too much. I have been known to throw out a lot of choice words, especially when I'm acting emotionally, but I'll try not to cuss too much. You guys can play it in your athletic training rooms, and yeah, I just want you guys to feel like you're hanging out with me. I mean, that might be it for this episode. I got nothing else for you, but before I go, come see me at the EATA convention, Boston, January 10th. I'll be there all day that day of the convention. Check out continuingeducation360.com. They have CEUs for the athletic trainers. Like I said, new deadline got pushed to February 2nd. Use my code DRE10 for 10% off your purchase. Also, thank you for everybody that's been using my Cane Footwear discount. Oh no, sorry, it's not a discount. It's just an affiliate link. So with Cane Footwear, I'm an affiliate. You don't get a discount, but I get a little bit of kickback. Maybe one day it will be a discount. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be a full-time athlete for Cane Footwear. I don't know. I wish. I'm gonna cross my fingers. I gotta keep training, break some records, my own records, personal records. But yeah, thank you to everybody that's been using my Cane discount code. I have other discount codes though. G Fuel, 20% off. DRE10. Get yourself a nice tub. They just revamped their formula. They have the 2.0 formulas out now. I have not tried them yet because I'm still trying to get through my Naruto. What is this? This is grapefruit white peach, and I'm still trying to get through the gummy. It's a Swedish fish flavor. You're not supposed to say Swedish fish, but it's like the red gummy fish, angry gummy fish maybe for G Fuel. I'm trying to get through those, and then I'm going to order the 2.0 formulas. I'm very excited because apparently the 2.0 formulas mix better. They taste better. I don't think they reformulated ingredients or anything, but overall it's a better experience. So I'm excited for those. But yeah, use G Fuel, my G Fuel code DRE20 actually at G Fuel for 20% off. Yeah, and honestly, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you share this with an athletic trainer. This is an athletic trainer centered episode, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Oh, Happy New Year. It's December 30th right now, so I hope you guys have a Happy New Year. Whatever holidays you celebrate, I hope you had a great holiday season. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode.